I'm captivated. I'm captivated. I'm captivated.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tea Time with Afternoon Social. I'm Teresa Lauterbach, your host. And on today's Milestone Mondays episode, we have a special guest all the way from Australia. Her name is Martha Mock. She is the owner of Super Confidence Coaching. She is a super confidence coach, an international motivational speaker, a multipreneur, multi-award-winning makeup artist and hairstylist, and an author. She's had a lifetime of adversity and she's built confidence through that. So this afternoon, she's going to share her story on how to build confidence, how she built confidence, and how share some tips and advice with you about building confidence by thriving through adversity. So good afternoon, Martha. Thank you for joining us.
And Thank you for having me, Teresa.
I'm going to just turn it on over to you and let you share us about your story. And I'm sure we'll have a few questions here in a little bit. So go ahead and I'll just turn it over to you.
Thank you, Teresa. Hi, everyone. My name is Martha Mock. I'm also someone who have been in silence for over 30 years. Someone who was told that I should shut up, be quiet, put my head down, and be the expected wife, expected daughter, expected sister, just like from the Asian society, how everyone was brought up. But I refuse to do that because I believe that we're human. We should be equal. Doesn't matter you're a man or female, doesn't matter that you have different color skin. It doesn't make us any difference, better or worse than anyone else. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have our future in our hand. We are the one who's in control of what we need to do. So despite everything that I've been through, I have a very colorful past. Someone that been through a 19 years abusive marriage and was bullied at school from a very young age. The hardest thing for me to admit was being sexually molested by a relative. So everything that happens in my life, I have every chance to turn dark. But I didn't. I choose to be light. Based on one simple fact, that I believe no one, and especially no woman, should suffer in silence. So I want to help others who've been through similar situation as I do, who was too scared, too afraid, or they're culturally told to shut up and just suck it up. No, you deserve to be heard. You deserve to have your voice back, and you deserve to have you back because we are all worthy.
Exactly. And now when you said you had like a 19-year abusive marriage, and so what did it take for you to finally say no and walk away? What finally helped you get over that and come through that adversity?
I was very successful in my career because I wasn't happy at home. So I don't have kids because of that I know that bringing a child to this world in this very unsafe home is not the right thing to do. So I choose to put all my focus on my work. And from the outside, everyone thought that, oh, she's successful, she's on the stage, she's happy, she's always smiling. She must be a very happy, confident woman. I was, if I'm working. I was insecure, I was needy, I was someone who was rotten. So I call myself the greatest pretender. Someone who pretends to be very okay on the outside, but on the inside that I was crying for help. Not until on my 40th birthday, I was so sad and depressed in my life that I don't want to live more than 60 years old. I thought, my life is enough. If I live up to 60, I have been through the high and lows of life. That will be more than enough for me. So looking back on my 40th, I ask myself, what do I want in life? What do I want now that I only got 20 years left? And I said to myself, I want to be happy. And I want to find someone that treasure me, that love me just the way I am. Not someone that will be jealous and feeling lack of confidence and insecurity about my success. Because the more successful I become in my work, the more neglect and violence I come. So I decided that day that I will put myself first. A lot of people ask me, how did you stay with him for 19 years? And I said, it was because that I made a promise to his dying mom that I will look after him no matter what. And I kept that promise despite whatever happened in my life. But there will be one point that you wake up and say, that promise is important, loyalty is important. But how about me? The one that who is functioning. Do I need a care too? Am I important? And do I matter? On my 40th, I really decided, you know what? It is time to put myself first and to learn that I'm worthy and I matter.
That's a very excellent lesson for a lot of us women to learn, is that we need to be careful of our promises. Because if our promises bring us down and keep us from what we're supposed to be doing in life, or having a thriving, successful life, not just in work, but in all aspects, that we need to rethink that. Instead of making that promise and say, oh, I can't ever break it. I can never say no. I can't turn it down. I can't stop. I can't change my mind because I made a promise. But we have to realize that if it's wrong, we need to stop.
Exactly. And then it took me 19 years to understand that. So that's why now I help people to have the fast track instead of going through my long path, to finding my way and finally putting myself first. I was always an advocate for people that when we go onto the plane, that they tell you that you must put your mask on first before helping the next person. I was an advocate of saying no to that, because in my thinking, in my culture, that I always think that I need to look after the people next to me first. I need to look after everyone else first before me. That's what my thinking was. So every time, because I used to fly a lot, every time I hear that sentence from the flight attendant, I will roll my eyes and say, you don't know how to be a woman. You don't know how the society wants you to be. You don't know what your cultural train from your parents, your grandparents. Everyone have been telling you that that's what a woman should be.
Right.
No, I realized that, you know what? If my cup is empty, I cannot pull more out. I cannot be the best person that I can, and I cannot make the people around me happy. Wow, that was a big wake-up moment, because I didn't know I truly wasn't making anyone happy, including myself. So once I find myself, once I realized that, hey, I deserve more, and I walk out of that marriage, I started to explore the world, of dating. My first husband was my first boyfriend. So I don't understand anything about male, and don't understand about relationship, don't understand about anything about to do with the opposite sex. And I'm like, okay, I'm going into a new territory. So I studied almost about 60 different relationship books, went on to numbers of relationship courses, because I don't know. So what do you do when you don't know? You go and learn. That's how I do it, instead of and of course, a lot of practice as well. I went through the dating scene for about a year and a half. And even my friends, my closest friend, they see my heartbreaks. They see me meeting scammer. They see me crying about a guy or someone like that. And then they said to me, Martha, don't you find it is tiring? I would never be able to do it like you. You become a professional dater. I don't even know who was the guys that you were talking to last week. And I'm like, yeah, it's true, it's tiring. And learning is hard. It's never easy. It's much easier sitting in front of a TV watching Netflix.
Right.
But I finally realized that I deserve more. So if I don't put in the effort into myself, how do I become the prize? And it's like, if I want to win the lottery and I don't go and physically buy the ticket, I will never win it. So that's called, that's not manifest. Manifest is about having an approach, a step-by-step plan to go and achieve what you want. Not just sitting there hoping for the best, because that's what a lot of people do. They're unhappy without what they're doing, but they're too scared, too afraid, too ashamed to ask for help, to ask for that little bit of a change, that 3mm shift that I teach people now. And because change is scary, but if you do it 3mm at a time, you won't notice it as much, and you can gain that little bit of confidence back step by step.
Yes, it's like a treasure hunt. You've got to follow that map and keep digging and make it. Even though X marks the spot, it doesn't mean that it's right there on top, right there where you can see it. You still have to dig and look for it. And go ahead.
I agree with you, because like you will be digging out like socks and drawers and hooks and things like that along the way. But the main thing is, if you don't keep looking, how do you know that where you're gonna find it? Maybe you will meet a monkey that will actually help you to guide you in the direction. Maybe you will meet a tribe that will give you food and nutrients to keep you going on the path. And I did. I met some wonderful friends during my dating journey that we're still friends now. And they've been supporting me through my trauma, through my depression. When I have an issue, we become really good friends. Because that's how network and connection are made. You have to go out and be seen first. And from that, within about a year and a half, finally, I met my current partner. And he is absolutely amazing. He's absolutely amazing. And I'm grateful for the experience that I've been through and meeting the people that who helped me on my journey. Because one of my trauma therapists that I went through, and when I was dating Malcolm, my current partner, I said to her everything about Malcolm. And then she said to me, hey, isn't that he's the ideal partner you've been looking for? And I'm like, really? He is? Okay, let me go back into my checklist and then let me have a quick look. Oh,
Yeah.
he was. And I didn't even know, because I was too blinded by fear. I was so scared of getting hurt again. And then at that moment, I realized that, hey, you know what? Yeah, there's no guarantee what will happen, because the future hasn't happened yet. And I can't go back to my past to fix whatever was wrong. So what do I have? I only have the current. I only have the next seconds. I don't even know what will happen in the next minute, but I can plan for my next second. And based on that, I realized one thing. If you can control who you give power to, no one else in this world can hurt you anymore. And always do it with respect, because respect is the foundation of any relationship. Love, isn't it trust? I said yes, but you must know the person before trusting them. So what to do is to respect. Have mutual respect for each other. Have mutual respect with people around you. Because when you show other people respect, they will then come back and respect you and respect your value as well. I was writing my new course for building a career woman. And in one sentence there that I said, you must first respect your own value for other people to respect you. You must first believe in yourself for other people to believe in you. So that's the sharing that I have with everyone.
Oh, thank you so much. That's an excellent point to end on, because I was thinking as you were talking, we're titling this today, Building Confidence by Thriving Through Adversity. So thriving, that doesn't mean just surviving and just barely hanging on and just existing. It means like that, finding your right partner, you're finding your right career, finding the right things for you so you can have a fulfilled and joyful, happy life. Because when you're happy, you're going to build confidence in other people. Other people are going to feel excited about themselves as well. So it's a very domino effect to take care of your, like you said, I always use that example too about taking care of yourself first on the airplane, that you can't help someone if you're dead. you're
Simple as that.
Simple as that. You can't. So it's very important to thrive and very important to have that confidence and of course, like you said, the learning, especially when you've had adversity, especially when you've had bad things go through, you have to weed it out and know what is the right way, because all you've seen is the wrong way. So it's a very excellent thing to build confidence on, is that learning. And then, I can do this right because now I know what is right.
Exactly. You only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. It's simple as that. A lot of us tends to put the guilt on ourselves when we don't know something, we don't know how to do something. Instead, I realize that and catch on myself now. Hey, if I don't know something, smile and just say, I don't know. How do I learn better? How do I become better?
Right.
It's simple as that. There's no blame, no criticism, just another way to learn. And you don't need to be perfect to be confident. Perfectionism has been trapping so many people of becoming better, because perfectionism is what's going to be procrastination. It's what's going to keep you trapped in fear, trying to be better, scared of other people, how their judgment, scared of how you've been seen. Trust me, there's so many people in the world, they're too busy worrying about how do they look after themselves than worrying about you. And for those few who are worrying about you, most of the time, either they're really caring for you, or, which is the majority of it, like about 10% of it, or the other people, they are too insecure about themselves, so they feel better when other people are like them. So they like to keep them in the same vibration as themselves. So when anyone criticizes you, especially these days, social bullying is very common. Think about this point. Anyone who comments you negatively is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. It's their insecurity, their belief, and their value. And I respect them on that, because until they pay me to actually help them, they are allowed to do exactly what they want to do. Have that respect on that. That is very, very important. And after that, then you can actually think about, okay, what can I do as myself to actually help other people in the way that I want to? That's important.
Well, thank you so much for all of that advice and tips. And I think we're kind of at the end of our time for today. But Martha's going to join us again on Wednesday for Woman to Woman Wednesdays. And she's going to talk about the light at the end of the tunnel and how to end your suffering in silence, and how she did that for herself. So thank you again for joining us on Milestone Mondays, Martha, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
See you. Thank you.
I'm captivated. I'm captivated.